Wakanda forever!
What is up, guys? It's your boy J Mad. Welcome back. I'm making more videos all of a sudden. Look at me go, eh? I promised you guys that I'd be making more videos, and I'm holding to that promise. I'm gonna try to do it more consistently, and hopefully we're off to a good start by doing this one. We are doing a little bit off topic now all of a sudden, though. We're still sticking to hockey, but we're gonna do a little bit more fun. We're gonna be doing a ranking. We're gonna be doing my personal favorite NHL logos ranking from least all the way to my most favorite. I'm gonna be ranking all the team logos of the NHL. It has to be the main logos, so no like alternate logos, no old logos from back in the day. Like, this has to be like the main logo that they use right now, like on games, websites, promotions, everything. I will not be doing jerseys. I'm purely doing logos only. Jerseys will be a separate concept that I will be doing in another video, because again, I'm doing like the whole jersey as far as the pants, the jersey, the helmets, everything. So we'll be doing that in a different video. I'm trying to make sure it's very unbiased. So again, like, I'm not putting the Kings as my favorite, obviously, even though they're my favorite team. It will surprise you as far as what my most favorite logo is, in my opinion. And like I said, this is just my opinion. I'm not trying to say like I'm like gonna defend this super hard. Like, everyone has their own opinions, obviously. And trust me, when it comes to the top 5 of these logos, any one of these could be number 1. So when we get to the top 5, you'll know. But we're gonna go ahead and start off. My least favorite NHL logo currently is the Utah Hockey Club. Like, this logo is just not good. It's just bleh. Like, I know they're gonna be changing the team name soon. They're gonna be changing the logo, obviously, next season. But obviously, I'm doing it currently. I'm doing the current teams right now, and this logo is stupid. All it says is Utah. Like, it's just there. Like, I like the colors, don't get me wrong, like, I'm a big sucker for blue, but, like, it's just boring. It's just very, very boring, unfortunately, and that's why I have it last on my list. Next one I have, and this one is actually kind of surprising, because a lot of people, I think, would rank them higher, is the Dallas Stars. I mean, again, like, the green is okay. I like the green. And don't get me wrong, like, one of their jerseys, I believe it's their alternate, like the neon green or whatever. That's a really cool jersey. I'm definitely ranking that high in my jersey rankings when I do that video. But I'm purely focusing on logo, and I just don't like this logo. All it is a D with a star. That's it. Like, give me their old logo. Yes, I really love their old logo. Don't get me wrong. Their old logo, I believe, from back in like the early 2000s, 90s, that was a really, really, really good logo. But I personally just don't think this one is that good. I don't like the D. The D is just stupid. Like, I need words. I need more color, in my opinion. But that's why I have it so low. Next one I have is, and I guess it's also another shocking one to have so low, but I'm gonna have at number 30 the Carolina Hurricanes logo. Again, it's not the worst, obviously, but I think it's very outdated. Like, their alternate logo that they have been using a lot lately. I believe it's the flag with like the 2 flags on it. I can't remember what that represents, but it represents something about the state of Carolina. But still, I prefer that logo over their current logo. Like, their current logo is just very outdated. They need to rebrand. They need to, I think, I keep the red. I like the red, but give me something more. Like, I want more to this logo. I want more color. I want just something different, okay? Like, again, not the worst, but it's not my favorite either. Next one I have is, and again, this one is also a very outdated logo, is the Washington Capitals logo. I have this one ranked at number 29. Reason for that is because again, it's very outdated. I like the color scheme and all with what they have, but give me like something from like back in the day, like the old font for the logo, like because they're celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. Again, this is their old logo from back in the day was really good. I really like that, and the Screaming Eagle. Like, how can you not like the Screaming Eagle? I love the Screaming Eagle logo. Like, that logo is a really, really good logo. But as far as their main logo that they're currently using right now, it's not that good. I don't like it. It's very outdated. I think they need to go back to the Screaming Eagle, that or their original font of the Capitol logo. That or their current alternate logo, which is like the eagle but with the Capitol building in it. Oh, chef's kiss. I love that logo. If I could like rank alternate logos, that would definitely be in my top 5 for sure. Like, that's a really good alternate logo. But main logo wise, it's very outdated. I don't like it, and we're gonna move on. Next one I have is the Columbus Blue Jackets. Like, again, it's just very outdated. Like, they need to update it. Like, I don't like it. Like, it's not a good logo. I personally prefer their original logo when they first became a franchise, like the CB with the J and the color scheme and all. Like, I love that. That was actually a really good logo. I don't like this one because, again, I just feel like it's just very outdated. Their Stadium Series logo that they just released, though, they're going to be playing in the Stadium Series soon against the Detroit Red Wings. Their Stadium Series logo, I love, though, because it's the cannon. Like, everyone loves the cannon. If you don't know what the cannon is something that they use at their home games. Every time they score a goal, they blast off a cannon out. It's like a old war cannon that they used back in, like, Revolutionary times or something like that. But no, yeah, I love the cannon logo, don't get me wrong, but this logo, their main logo, doesn't hit for me, unfortunately. But again, I have that ranked at number 28. Next on my list, I do have the Calgary Flames at number 27. This was an interesting choice for me as far as ranking them so low because, again, it's not a bad logo, don't get me wrong. I love the color scheme. I'm really glad they brought back the original colors, like the bright red, the yellow, and the white in the logo. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Because back in, like, the early 2010s and mid-2010s, all they had was red, black. That's it. Like, I didn't like that. But I'm really glad they came back with their original color scheme. But the logo itself is just very outdated. I really like the, I can't remember the name of the horse, but it's like a horse with freaking flames coming out of it. Like, I love that photo, the flaming horse. Like, it's a really good alternate logo that they have. They use it a lot, actually. But I personally just, like, think that the current logo, color scheme and all, I love the colors, don't get me wrong. But besides that, it's just outdated. I don't like the logo. So I think they need to move on. They need to rebrand. Keep the colors, though, please. I hope they keep the colors, but as far as logos wise, they need to change it up. At number 26 on my list, I do have the Winnipeg Jets. This is an okay logo. Like, I like the jet with the maple leaf in it, but besides that, like, there's nothing else to it. Now, again, their current logo, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. But I will say this, their old logo with the, like, the color, original color scheme where it just said Jets with the flying jet over it, oh, arguably top 5, top 3 logo of all time. Like, that was just such an iconic logo that they used back in the day. I believe they used it during the 70s and 80s. Don't quote me on that. But it was still a really good logo that they used. I'm really surprised they didn't bring it back. I wish they would, and I hope they do, but they probably won't. But again, their current logo, not horrible, but not good either. And it's just there. Like, I personally think it's not the worst Canadian logo, but it's not that good. Moving on to number 25, I have the New York Islanders. This one is, again, a very outdated logo. Like, again, I like the blue. The orange is actually pretty cool too in it. But again, the logo itself is just not that good. It's very old, very outdated. Like, that alternate logo that they used for the reverse retros, I think it was like 2 years ago, 3 years maybe, where it's the fisherman. Like, that one was kind of decent, at least. Like, I would definitely rank that higher if I could, but obviously it's not their main logo. It's one of their alternate logos. But it's currently right now the Islanders logo, again, it's okay, but they haven't changed it for years. Like, they need to change it up. Like, give me, I don't know what to say about it. Like, just give me something different. Like, give me like a lighthouse maybe or something like that. I've seen sketches where, like, people have tried to create, like, alternate versions of it, like where it's a lighthouse and a fisherman or something like that. Again, I don't know, but they need to change it up. I think it's time for a rebrand. Keep the color scheme. Again, I like the blue and orange, but besides that, doesn't hit. Next up on my list at number 24, I have the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, you're going to just do this because you hate the Vegas Golden Knights. Fair. That is absolutely fair. But, you know what? I just don't like the logo. It's very bleh. Like, I like the colors as far as the gold, obviously. The black, it hits. But in the V in it, I guess that's kind of cool. But it's not that good. Like, their alternate logo, which I think is like the sword and with the star in it or whatever, that's kind of cool. And again, it's a really, really, like, good alternate logo, but their main logo, it's just not that good. Like, I wish they, I wish they just did something to make it more pop, you know? Like, I don't know, like add like swords with the helmet maybe, or just make it a knight altogether, like an actual full-blown body knight. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a professional, obviously. But I will say this, and this comes with full hate, trust me. Their Winter Classic logo was absolutely horrendous. That made like literally no sense. Like the look, the color, everything. I did not like their Winter Classic logo. It was absolutely ridiculous. Thank God they only used that once. Praise the Lamb. But as far as their main logo, it is absolutely better than that, but it's also not that good. So we're gonna leave it at that. Next up on my list, at number 23, I have the Nashville Predators. Not a bad logo. I do like the yellow a little bit. It's not a bad logo. It is a little old. I think they need to change it up just a little bit, maybe. Like, I don't know, like, maybe do a different color scheme. See how it works. Because I remember them using, like, blue, silver, and, something else. But back in the day when they first were a franchise. I kind of like those colors a little bit better. The yellow's fine, but something needs to change. Like, they need to change it up. Again, not a bad logo, but I want more, you know? Like, I feel like it's just there now, you know? But not a bad logo, not a good logo. Next up on my list, at number 22, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning. This one is also just a bland logo. Like, again, don't get me wrong, I actually do like the Thunderbolt and all, but give me, like, their original logo, like, back from the early 2000s, like, that, like, where it said Tampa Bay with the Thunderbolt in it. That was good, because they also had a good color scheme. They incorporated more black in that, with more blue and white. That was really good. Nowadays, like, it's just, again, it's just the Thunderbolt. I don't like it. It's not that good. The reverse retro one was, yeah, there was too much happening. Like, I wish they'd done less with that one and add more to what they have on their current logo. But again, who am I to say? It's just my opinion. But again, I really do like their current logo, as far as in a sense that, again, it is simple, but it might be a little bit too simple. Again, it is better than the ones that I've listed before, but I just think that this logo just needs a little bit more pop, just a little bit. At number 21, a lot of Tampa Bay fans are going to be angry at this one, but I have the Florida Panthers. I have them above Tampa, yes. I personally like this logo because it's actually a really nice logo, as far as in a sense of it has the shield with the panther in it, and it says, I believe, Florida on it. Yeah, it's a really good logo. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a really good logo. I like the color scheme. But the reason why I have it ranked so low is because their logo before that, which was literally just the panther, like, just attacking you, like that was like a really good logo. Like, that would have been top 10 easily for me. Like, their original logo, I really like that. I can see why they made the change, because again, that one was a little bit outdated and they need to change something up. This one, again, is not bad. It's not good either, though. Like, again, I personally am not a big fan of the shield as much, because obviously from a Kings fan standpoint, a shield is just not that good. But again, I really like the panther in it. The panther looks actually really fierce. It looks focused. I really like that. The detail of that is really, really good. Besides that, decent logo. Not bad, not good, decent. Next up, at number 20, we are officially entering the top 20 now. I have the Ottawa Senators. I'm really happy they went back to this logo, because originally back in the 2010s and early 2020s, they originally had this other logo that they had, this logo right here. It was an okay logo. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's okay. Like, it still shows the senator and stuff like that. Like, it's still decent. Like, I love the color scheme, don't get me wrong, but this logo, like the new logo that they have, it's actually their old logo from back in the early 2000s. This is a really good logo for me. I just think it's better because of the style it has, the font on it. Like, it's really good. I think it's better than their original logo from the 2010s, but this logo, I think, again, it's not great, but it's okay. Like, I really like it. I think it's simple. It does show off the Senators as far as an organization. I think they just need to add a little bit more to it to make it pop. Besides that, it is an okay logo, and that's why I have it at number 20. At number 19, I do have the Vancouver Canucks. I like this logo. I do. I really like this logo. The reason for that is because, again, it's simple. Like, it has the fierce Canuck on it. and it has the C in it, which represents obviously the Canucks. Again, simple colors too. I love the blue and white. It's a really good color. The reason why I have it ranked here is because, again, as far as the other logos are to come, I think they're just better, number one. But number two, I think they need to bring back their old colors. Like, remember the red, the black, and the gold? Ooh. Oh, give me that color scheme back, bro. That color scheme hit so hard, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I really like the old logo from back in the 90s, like the skate logo that said Canucks. Like, that's a really good logo. That's easily top 15, top 10. I do think it's better than this logo, but this logo isn't bad either. Like, their current logo is not that bad. I actually like it. It's a solid logo. I can't see them changing anytime soon, but again, change the color scheme. Bring back the original colors, please. Next up on my list, at number 18, I have the Buffalo Sabres. Again, I like it. I like it because it has the buffalo in it with the swords. It represents sabers, obviously. I like it. It is a little outdated. Don't get me wrong. The logo itself. Bring back the go head. Oh, please bring back the go head. Like, the go head was so good. Bring it back with this current color scheme that they have. Oh, beautiful. It would be beautiful. I love the go head. The go head used to be their logo from back in the late 90s into the early 2000s. Again, it was a really good logo. Easily top 10 for me personally. But as far as their color scheme, again, I like the colors. It's, again, blue, gold, and I believe a little bit of red in there. Again, I don't believe so, but still a really good logo. If they went back to, like, their black and red and silver, I wouldn't mind that. Like, that's not horrible, but I personally like their color scheme that right now. Like, I could go for either one, but bring back the go head. The go head would be so good. But right now with their current logo, it's good. Again, no complaints against it, but it is a little outdated, but I'm okay with it sticking around a little bit longer. Next up on my list at number 17, I have the Montreal Canadiens. Probably one of the most outdated logos in all of sports, but it's just such an iconic logo, you know? Like, this was literally the team of the NHL, like, literally all up until, like, the 90s. Like, this team was just dominant, obviously, throughout NHL's history up until the 90s. The logo itself is just so iconic as far as success. And, again, it's just, I like it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a really, really good logo, but I think it's just it is outdated, but I do like the color scheme. I like the red. I like the blue. The white in there is pretty good. I just think, like, maybe, like, go, like, maybe, like, a lighter blue, maybe, because they did something like that a couple years ago with the reverse retro jerseys, the baby blue, I believe. That wasn't bad, but go a little bit darker than that. Perfect blue you got right there. But besides that, again, it's a good logo. I can't see them changing it anytime soon, obviously, because it's just such an iconic logo. But maybe change the color scheme just a little bit, then it would pop for me personally. But still a good logo. At number 16, I have the Boston Bruins. Wow, Canadiens fans are not liking me. But Boston, I have at number 16. Reason for that is because, again, it's another iconic logo. They have changed it a little bit over the years, obviously, as far as the fonts. The coloring, as far as, like, light yellow to dark yellow to just yellow overall, like, they had the bear logo, I believe, back, like, way back in the day, like, before a lot of us were even freaking alive. But it's still a good logo. The B is iconic. I don't hate on the logo. I actually like the logo a lot. I love the colors, black, yellow, white. Like, again, it's a really good logo. I just have the logos ahead of it because, again, like, the logos I have ahead are just better in my opinion. Still a solid logo. But I just think it is old. I feel like if they can bring back something with the bear itself, like, that'd be cool. Like, get creative with the bear, obviously, because it stands for Bruins, obviously. But besides that, solid logo. No complaints against it, except maybe bring back the bear. But that's it. At number 15, we are officially in my top 15. This is where I actually started to struggle a little bit with ranking these logos, but we are going to get through it. And at number 15, I have, surprisingly, the New York Rangers. Originally, I was going to have them in my top 10. The reason why I dropped them is just because it's also, again, another very old logo. And another, like, I love this color scheme and all, don't get me wrong. Red, blue, white, again, America. I love it. Like, it's a good logo. It's a really good logo. But, again, it's old. I wish they would do something with the Statue of Liberty logo. Like, again, they used that with their reverse retro jerseys and even used it back in the day, like in the early 2000s. Like, it's a really good logo. Don't get me wrong. Like, bring back something for the Statue of Liberty logo. Like, that was a really good logo. But besides that, Yes, their main logo is probably one of the oldest, just as old as probably Montreal's logo. But it's still a really good logo in my opinion. I really like it. I don't see them changing it. I don't have any other complaints besides that. Again, solid logo is just it is old. Next up at number 14, I have the Edmonton Oilers. Again, great color scheme. I love the blue. I love the orange. I hate the team. But this is still a really good logo. It's very nostalgic for a lot of fans, especially for people who loved Wayne Gretzky, obviously, because this logo has not changed a lot. It hasn't. As far as color schemes and jersey styles, they have obviously over the years, but they went back to the roots this last few seasons, and I'm really glad they did. Again, the color scheme I really like. I just think again, it's just old. I think the orange is a little bit too much. Like, I think the orange can be toned down just a little bit, but besides that, like, again, I like the colors overall. Orange can be toned down a little bit. Solid logo, iconic logo, and I don't really see them obviously changing it. I did like their Heritage Classic jerseys though. Like, those weren't bad in a sense. Like, I really like that oil drop in the middle of that logo, but in the end, like, I think like their current logo is obviously better than that. But their current logo is still really solid. I really like it. Again, can't stand the team, but gotta give props where props is due, you know? Next up on my list at number 13 is the Colorado Avalanche. I'm surprised I didn't have this in my top 10 originally, but here we are. The reason why I have Colorado Avalanche at number 13 is because, again, it's another really good, solid logo. I love how it's the A with the puck rushing down through it like an avalanche. Like, it's a really good logo. I love the color scheme, maroon, red, blue, white. Like, it's a good color scheme. I really like it. I don't see them obviously changing anytime soon because it's still a really solid logo. I did, however, and I will make this comment, I really like the fact that they used, it's like an abominable snowman footprint as an alternate logo. I kind of like that. It just made me chuckle a little bit. Like, it's kind of cool. It's not obviously better than the main logo, but it's still a good alternate logo, I think. Like, it's creative. I like it. As far as their main logo, yes, their main logo is still really solid. I really do like it. I just think the logos ahead of it are better slightly. And yeah, like I said, really good logo. Don't see them changing anything about it anytime soon, so keep at it, Colorado. At number 12, I have the Philadelphia Flyers. This is, again, probably one of the most oldest logos in the NHL, and they haven't changed it at all. Like, they have literally, like, no alternate logos. Like, this is the logo of the Philadelphia Flyers. And I'm not going against it. It's a great logo. Like, there's no reason to change it. Like, I really like the logo itself. I don't like the color scheme as much. Like, black, orange, and white. Like, it just, I don't personally like it. I think it's rubbing off obviously too much of prison stuff, you know, obviously. But again, as far as the logo itself, solid logo. I really like the P where it goes off and like has like that, like those wings that represent like a bird or something like that, obviously for a flyer. But again, really solid logo. The reason why I have it here though is because, again, the other logos I think are better that I have ahead, and not only that, it is old. I wish they got more creative and try something new. And I know that's hard, but with such a great logo, but you gotta do something, like, change it up. Like, I think it's time for something that they can introduce as far as an alternate logo. Maybe. Again, I don't know. We'll see. But it's still a really solid logo. And I don't see them changing it anytime soon, but I'm hoping they will. At number 11, and lo and behold, a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, but at number 11, I have the Los Angeles Kings. A lot of you guys, I'm assuming, are going to be thinking like, oh, I'm surprised you didn't have it in the top 10. Well, I'm just as surprised as you. Yes, this is a really good logo. I'm really, really happy they brought back the Chevy logo, because the original logo, which was the shield, which you can see some of it right here, their original logo, which was the shield from the 2010s and early 2020s, that was, again, it was a solid logo at first. Like, obviously, it represents the best years, the cup years, obviously, for us. But after that, like, it got tiring real quick, you know? Like, the color scheme, like, black, white, silver, like, it got boring as far as too much black, you know? So that's why I think that's why they went back to the old Chevy logo. The Chevy logo is great, don't get me wrong. Like, I wish they would have gotten away from the black, silver, and white, though. I wish they would have went back to the gold and purple. Like, bring back the crown, bro. Like, the original colors, the crown, bring that back. Like the reverse retro jerseys that they did the last few years with the Chevy logo and the crown. Oh my, masterpieces, bro. Masterpieces. Like those logos with that color scheme, it's so good. I wish they brought back purple and gold. I really do. But unfortunately, they haven't. But I'm still not bashing on their current color scheme. Yes, it is a little boring. Yes, it gives off some Raider vibes. But still a really good solid color scheme. Still a really solid logo. You can see like the minor details as far as the fonts and everything, comparing the old Chevy logo to the new Chevy logo. But still a really good logo. I just have my other logos ahead of it just because of that fact, as far as like this logo has already been used, number one. And number two, I just wish they went to a different color scheme and use the crown potentially. But besides that, still a really good solid logo. I love it. And I mean, I personally hope they'll change it soon back to what the olden days and stuff like that, but way before me, obviously. But I don't know if that'll happen, but we'll see. And now we are finally moving on to my top 10. This is where it got really, really difficult. Like, it was hard really ranking these logos because all these logos are really good. When it comes to our top 5, that's where, like, again, all those could really just obviously be number 1, honestly. But right now, we're going to start with number 10. Number 10, I have the Detroit Red Wings. Again, an iconic logo. It's literally been around just as long as probably Montreal and New York, I believe. And this is just a really good logo. They haven't changed it for years. I don't see them changing anytime soon. The color scheme, I wish they added a little bit more. It's just red and white, which I feel like they could add more. I feel like they could add maybe like silver, maybe black. Maybe. That would be kind of cool. But I don't hate on it, obviously. I don't hate on their current color scheme. I love the logo with the wheel, with the wing. It's really cool. It represents the city of Detroit. I love it. It's a great logo, iconic logo. It represents the city really well. I don't see them changing it anytime soon. I wish they added more to the color scheme. But besides that, really solid logo. I have no complaints against it, and that's why it's in my top 10. At number 9, I have the St. Louis Blues. Again, another really good logo with the music note with like that little wing on it. Like, it's so good. Like, I really like the color scheme. Again, I'm a sucker for blue, yellow, black. It's a really good color scheme. I kind of wish they went back to their original color scheme from back in the day, where it was like a baby blue with yellow and stuff like that. But I'm okay with their current color scheme. But I don't know if you guys saw this, but they were in the Winter Classic obviously earlier this season. They introduced like a new like alternate logo or something like that, like on their helmets during the game. It's right here, obviously. I really like this. This is really, really creative. Like, I wish I personally wish this was their main logo. Like, the color scheme is great. They changed up obviously the musical note and stuff like that and added more to it, obviously. I think it's really good. I think they should make that their main logo now. I would definitely rank that more closer to my top 5 for sure. But as far as their current logo, I'm not hating on it. It's still a really good logo. I prefer the other one I just showed you. But again, really good logo. I don't see them changing it, unfortunately, to that other logo I just showed you. But I wish they did, but we'll see. But right now, I do have St. Louis at number 9. At number 8, I have the highest ranked Canadian team in the Toronto Maple Leafs. Again, another iconic logo. This logo has literally been around since, like, God knows how long. Obviously, they changed that, obviously, from their logo from when they used it in the 2000s and the 2010s. But then, like, in the late 2010s, they went back to this old logo. Like, oh, I'm so happy they did, because it had so much detail. I love the color, again, obviously. But this is just a really good logo. It's such an iconic logo. It's the maple leaf. Like, it's just so good. If I had to change anything about it, I mean, I guess I couldn't. Like, it's still a really good logo. Like, I wish, like they can't do much with it, unfortunately. That is the problem. Like, they can't do much with the logo. Maybe they can add a little bit more black to it. Maybe a dark blue. I don't know. But right now, I do have them ranked at number 8. It's still a really good logo. One of the best logos, obviously. And it ain't going nowhere anytime soon. At number 7, I have my second favorite hockey team, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Again, I really, really like this logo. Like, the penguin with the skating, with the stick, like, it's just a really, really good logo. The color scheme I'm a sucker for. Black and yellow, it works well. It's a really good color scheme. I really like it. Their 2000s and 2010s logo, that one was okay. Again, and it introduced what you see now as far as the penguin itself. But the color scheme was different. It was more like gold and white and gold and black, something like that. Like, it wasn't that good. So they decided to change it back to yellow and black. Like, again, black and yellow. It was such a great move, such a right move. I don't see them changing it anytime soon. I feel like they could be changing it up soon, maybe get rid of the triangle in it. Maybe that's the only thing I would change about it. But again, like, it's just a really good logo. It is. I don't think they will be changing anytime soon. It's still a really solid logo. But if they do change it, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it's still a really, really good logo. At number 6, ooh, this one's a good one. I have the New Jersey Devils. I'm really surprised I didn't have this one in my top 5, honestly. This is just a really, really, really creative, like, logo. You have the NJ, but with the J, there's, like, the devil tail with it. Like, it's just, it's so good. The color scheme is okay. I like black and red. It's not bad. The other logos I have ahead of it I think are just better. Like, this is still a really, really good logo. I don't see them change anytime soon. I hope they don't change it. Their Stadium Series logo that they used last year, though. Ooh. Oh, that was tough. Oh, it looked so good. Like, I wish I had that jersey. Like, honestly, like, if I had to wish for a jersey, that would be one of them for sure. Like, that was a really good jersey. But the logo right now, I love it. Hope they don't change it. They probably won't change it, and I love that for that. And that's why I have it at number 6. We are officially into my top 5 now, and wow, like, again, any one of these logos could have been number 1 because all these logos are just so creative, so colorful, like, creative. Like, it was ridiculous how hard these artists went with these logos. But at number 5, I do have the San Jose Sharks. Uh-oh. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, don't you hate the Sharks? Yes, I do hate the Sharks, but I can't deny a masterpiece when I see a masterpiece. Like, this thing is just so good. It's just so fierce. It's so evil. It's just so good. Like, the shark breaking the hockey stick, the triangle around it, it's really, really good. It's just something different about it. It's very fierce. It's very, like, intimidating. Like, this is a really, really good logo. The color scheme I love, the green, the black. I wish they brought back the orange, don't get me wrong, because I think that was really good with their color scheme, but the black and the green right now is still fine. I shouldn't say green. I should say teal. It's more teal color than anything, but it's still really good color scheme. Really good colors. I love this logo. I don't see them changing anytime soon. I hope they don't change anytime soon. And yeah, no, it's a really good logo. And the logos ahead of them I think are just a slightly better. Slightly better. But that's why I have San Jose at number 5. You guys have to understand something. When it comes to these next 4 logos, like, I literally put a point on my notes for my videos where I literally had to say, like, any one of these next 4 logos could have been my number 1. Honestly, like, these 4 logos were so tough to rank. Don't get me wrong. Like, this was so tough to do. I had to do it, though. And if any of y'all are fans of these teams, I'm sorry. I apologize if your team is not number 1, but we're going to get to that point. But at number 4, I do have this logo right here, the Chicago Blackhawks. Wow, what a great photo. Like, what a great logo. Like, this is just a great logo. The colors, everything. Like, it has so many colors to it. It just, oh my gosh, bro, I hope they don't change this. Like, because obviously, like, it represents, like, obviously Native Americans. It represents their culture and stuff like that. And there has been a change recently in a lot of Native American logos, as you guys have heard. Redskins. I really, really hope they don't change this logo. This logo is just so fire. It's such an iconic logo. It's one of the oldest logos in the NHL, along with Montreal, New York, and Detroit, obviously, because they're one of the original 6 teams. But I just don't think, like, they can do anything to change it. Like, yeah, maybe, like, do, like, an actual hawk with, like, the leaves and stuff like that. But if they had to change it, but please don't change it. Like, this is just a really good logo. Like, there's nothing to change about it. They did good, and they're gonna stay good with this logo. I just really hope they don't change it. Like, at number 3, top 3 now. This one, wow. When I first saw this logo, literally, I fell in love with it. Like, I wanted to grab a jersey of this logo right away, and unfortunately, I didn't because they're a division rival, number 1, but number 2. I don't have the money, but still, this is a great logo. I'm really excited about announcing this, but at number 3, I have the Seattle Kraken. This is such a great logo to start off a franchise, dude. Like, literally, there's so much history behind this logo, because originally, like, back in the 1900s, before the NHL was even formed, there used to be a hockey team in Seattle known as the Seattle Metropolitans, and it had the S in it, and it said Metropolitan in it. I love the fact that they're kind of hitting off on that with the S. I'm so glad they did that. But now we get back to the modern day, though. We look at the color scheme. It represents the sea, the blue. Oh, such a sucker for blue, man. Oh! This is such a great logo. Like, literally, the blue, the dark blue, the black. Like, it's just so good. The red in the eye, bro. The red! Oh my god, it looks so evil. It looks so good. I wish they weren't a division rival, because I would literally lap onto this team and just start riding their coattails at this point, because this is just so good. Like, this is a really, really good logo. I'm honestly surprised I didn't put it at number 1. The reason why I didn't put it at number 1 is because, again, this is their first logo in franchise history. I do like their alternate logo, which is like the anchor that represents the city of Seattle as well. Like, I really like that too. But this logo, they went so hard with it. The tentacle in it, the I, the S. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. But again, I do have 2 other ones better than this one, and I will explain that here in just a second. Again, great logo. Love it. The next 2 barely are better. Like, literally by inches. It was better. But we're going to move on to number 2. And I have a good friend of mine who's a big fan of this team. And I told him originally, like, hey, I have your team ranked high on this list. And he goes, like, how high? And I'm like, well, you'll find out. And he goes, like, are they number 1? And I'm like, no, they're not. I didn't tell him that, but he's about to find out because he's probably going to watch this video. But at number 2, I have the Anaheim Ducks. I hate the fact that they are this high, obviously, because, again, I despise them. They're crosstown rivals, obviously, and I wish nothing but hatred on them, but whatever. The logo itself, oh, yes! The Lord has answered my prayers, bro. They got rid of the duck foot. The duck foot was probably one of the worst NHL logos in the league. Like this logo. Look at it. It was just stupid. It's disgusting. The color scheme is stupid. I hate it. It was disgusting. But they knew. They knew they had to fix it. They knew they had to go back into history and be like, wait a minute, what really helped us? What really helped us catch attention in the NHL? That is what happened. They brought back the Mighty Ducks logo. Oh my god, I'm so happy they brought back the Mighty Ducks logo. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I wish they brought back the original color scheme, which was like maroon, green, and white. Stuff like that. Like, I wish they brought back that color scheme, don't get me wrong, but this logo, it's just such a fierce looking logo. It's such a great logo. I'm really glad they brought back the hockey sticks in that logo too. Like, the hockey sticks in that logo too pops. It pops. This is such a great logo. I think it's too much orange, don't get me wrong, it's a little bit too much orange, but it's still really, really good. The attention to detail, the mask, the duck, everything. It's a really, really good logo. I can't complain. Like, and again, hatred on the team and all and stuff like that, because from a Kings fan and all, but the logo itself, it has me throbbing, bro. It's such a good logo. But there can only be one. There can only be one. And a lot of people think that this one might have caught a lot of people off guard. I love this logo that I'm about to announce. My number 1 logo in the NHL is the Minnesota Wild. Like, look at this logo. Oh my god, the color scheme, the detail, like, it's just so good. The sun, the forest, the red, the green, the bear, it's just so good. Like, I don't understand how people don't have this, like, in their, like, not even their top 10. Like, a lot of people don't have this in their top 10 as far as logos. It's such a creative logo. Like, I love this logo. If I had to pick a team that I would get a jersey from next besides the Kings, it would be the Wild. I love this logo. Like, the color scheme, the detail, everything about it is excellent. It represents the state of Minnesota beautifully. Like, it's just so good. A lot of people and a lot of you guys are probably going to be asking, like, well, what about the reverse retro jerseys with, like, the North Star logos from way back in the day? Because some of you don't know, but way back in, like, the 80s and 70s, they used to be called the Minnesota North Stars, and they had a bright green with a bright yellow and white color scheme. That color scheme was really good, don't get me wrong, and it worked back in the day, and I still like that color scheme, but you cannot change this color scheme that they have right now. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I can't change anything about it. I legit cannot change anything about it. Like, I pray to God they never get rid of this logo. I literally, like, this is a perfect logo. They cannot get rid of this logo. If they end up getting rid of this logo, I honestly might, like, file a protest, like, send a letter of concern and be like, hey, guys, I think y'all are messing up. Like, I'll send a letter to the freaking Minnesota Wild organization, y'all, and be like, y'all need to not do this. Like, this logo is perfect. You cannot change it. It screams literally the word wild. Wild, man. Like, it's just, oh, it hits. It hits. It hits. It hits. It hits. It's just so good. Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, again, like that I've been wanting to do that video for a while now. I love all the NHL logos, don't get me wrong. They all have their own little special element to it, but in the end, like, again, like, there are some I don't like, there are some that I do like, there are some that I really love, and then there's that. Then there's that. But besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I was really excited about posting this video, and I can't wait for you guys to watch it. And again, I have more videos on the way soon. In fact, look out for my next video, because my next video, I will be making a special announcement regarding the channel. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to tell you guys what this announcement is. I've been working really hard on it, and I can't wait to show you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, like and subscribe, please, if you haven't already. And as always, guys, let's go!